Welcome to this week's Behind the Wheel Show, featuring Gene Capo of Victory Honda of Sandusky. And now, here's Gino.
Hi folks, Gene Capo here with Jeanette McGorry, BehindTheWheelRadio.com. We're back again this week. We got a new show for you and a lot of great stuff to talk about this week. I own and operate Victory Honda of Sandusky, Ohio, right at the corner of Hayes and Perkins Avenue, and of course Victory Pre-Owned, Milan Road 4104 to be exact, right between Pizza Hut and Red Lobster. We're rocking out the deals there too, and of course we've got a dandy website, you guys, VictorySandusky.com. You can go there, check out all the cars. 31 great pictures of each car, no stock photos, just actual photos of the new and the used cars both, which is pretty cool. And then on the used ones, you've got Carfax vehicle history reports. Click on the Carfax icon near any car and boom, you're right to that vehicle history report. You can see the entire history of the car, ask questions to us if you need to. It's absolutely awesome. Of course, the price is there, a payment calculator, so you can kind of get a feel from where you are, and the black book icon, so you can not only value the car you're looking at, but the car you might be driving and planning on trading in, so you get an idea what it's worth. It's an awesome place to start your shopping experience. Jeanette, great to have you back.
Thanks. Hi, everyone.
She's back with us again this week. Jeanette sells cars here at the all-new Victory Honda and does quite well at that. Boy, we had some new stuff come out. Jeanette, the new 16 HRV just hit. We got a brand new family member, you guys. There should be some stuff running on that here later. We're going to get a peek at it. It's a great new vehicle. It's a hatchback. It's 4 doors. It's two-wheel drive or front-wheel drive, or four-wheel drive, which is called a real-time four-wheel drive. It's the slickest system in the world. It's very efficient. Real-time four-wheel drive works where the front wheels are powering the vehicle all the time, just like any other car, being front-wheel drive, and then the moment they slip, it automatically engages the rear wheels and then shuts them down the moment it doesn't need it anymore, so it saves you fuel.
I know. Awesome.
Yeah, it is the most efficient system you can buy in the new HRV. It's just a classic-looking vehicle, too, you guys. It's an SUV, but it's kind of not.
Yeah, it's right in between.
Yeah, it's a crossover, but it's kind of not. It's a Civic, but no way it's not. It's got more room than a Fit, more room than a Civic. Not quite as big as the CR-V. You know what, guys? Just come in. We've got 5 or 6 of them left that just hit, not 2 days ago. Well, a few days after this airs. But bottom line is that we've got all the colors, all the flavors. There's great deals on them right out of the gate. And this might be the best car Honda's ever made. And that's saying something, because Honda's made a lot of cars. But the HRV is the ticket. It is so fun to drive, and it's a great-looking car, isn't it, Jeanette?
I like it. I think they're pretty neat. Excited to have them in.
And for those of you who don't know, Victory Honda is happy to announce a brand new program called the Honda Upgrade Program.
Yay.
And for those of you who like the new cars, and Jeanette's been a Upgrade member, so she knows how it works. But basically, if you've got a Honda now or any other kind of car and you're interested in upgrading your car, please bring it in. And while you're in for service, if you service with us, or if you just want to stop in and get it done, it takes 20 minutes to evaluate the car you want and your car and have the new deal in your hands so you know exactly where you stand. There's no pressure, no obligation. It's the upgrade program. It's absolutely wonderful. Jeanette is one of the recipients. You saved some money on your deal, did you not?
I did. I went from a 2012 Civic LX 2 trim levels up to a 15 EXL and saved about $50. So
$50
very happy.
a month?
Yes.
Wow.
I know.
Who wants to save $50 a month and upgrade to a new vehicle and go from the base model to the top of the line? Well, Jeanette does apparently, because she did it. So great stuff. I'm telling you, the upgrade program is absolutely awesome. Next time you're in for service, guys, if you service with us, or even if you don't, come over and try us out. And while you're here, the upgrade program is there for you. It's no obligation, so a lot of people just get the information and keep it for food, to monitor where they're at along the time that they own the car. So every 5,000 or 10,000 miles when you come in to see us, bingo, you get your information on your upgrade and you always know where you stand. So it's a great way to keep our customers informed. Sometimes it works and we're able to save people a lot of money. But point is, we do it as a free service for our customers because it works. Yeah, absolutely. Questions, you guys, 419-975-9205. Call one in. Of course, Jeanette and I triple dog dare you, because if you do, you're going in the drawing for the $100 gas card. And who wouldn't want one of those? Jeanette?
Always. I want one now.
Jeanette wants one right now.
I have questions.
She has a question. I tell you what, we had some good ones too. Edna from Norwalk checks in. She wants to know a little bit about buying a car. And then Norris from Fremont, his little brother, I guess, has got some financial difficulties we need to talk about. And then Carrie from Huron, she's graduating this year and has got some questions. And we've got a whole mess of other questions on top of that. Jeanette's been reading the questions for us, just such a great job. Jeanette, hit us with, do we have time for one more? We do indeed. Hit us with the first one, Jeanette.
Okay, Edna from Norwalk. She says, "Hi, Gene. I'm old-fashioned and still want to own my car, but the payments are so high. I can't get the car I want. I'm retired and only drive 8,000 miles per year. At 85 years old, this will probably be my last car. Any ideas?"
Edna from Norwalk. Wow, 85 years old, you guys. Can you imagine?
Amazing.
That's pretty awesome. Well, I'll tell you, looking at your question, Edna, I don't mind being old-fashioned. I love old-fashioned until it comes to money. Because as you know, not being cutting edge with money can be expensive. Being old-fashioned with investments, any investment person will tell you, is not such a hot idea all the time. Sometimes good, sometimes not. But looking at your situation, Edna, my mother is about your age, as it would happen. And she would absolutely die if she knew I told you that, so please don't tell anyone. But being at 85, a lot of seniors like my mom like a shorter term or shorter investment in a car than just buying the whole car. Like in your case, if you're investing and you're trying to finance the car because you say that the payments are too high and you can't get the car you want, driving 8,000 miles a year, you're trying to take that next 2, 3, 4, 5 years that you're driving left and squeeze it all in and pay a whole car off in that amount of time. And that's what's making the car payment so high. So what my mom did, imagine if this is your car, Edna, she just did this and just dealt with this part. And that part is called leasing, where you just buy a part of the car. The other thing you can do, you don't have to make payments if you don't want to, Edna. You can pay a 3-year lease and have a car for 3 years. Or you can pay monthly on your lease for 3 years, 12,000 miles a year, so you've got plenty of miles because you're going to come in under because you're only driving about 8, according to this. So I think this would work out great for you, and you could lease a car for 3 years and then decide whether you want to buy the car the rest of the way. Now, as far as ownership is concerned, you still own the car, Edna, even if you lease through Honda. And the reason you do is because if you say so and make the payments and pay it off, it's your car. No one can take it from you. You have first dibs at the car at all times. The nice part about leasing is in 3 years, you've got an avenue where you could turn the car in and walk away and not do anything if you wanted to. And that's what my mom likes. She likes a shorter commitment of 3 years. So that's one way you might consider, Edna, because the lease payments are much lower than the buy. Trying to pay it off in 5 years is generally a lot more expensive per month than trying to lease it for 3 years. And my mom chose the 3-year commitment because it was less expensive and a shorter term commitment on her part. So she didn't have to pay for so much car at once. So that would be one suggestion I can give. We do a lot of leasing, don't we?
I lease. I love it.
I do too, and I lease for the same reasons that we just talked about, Edna, because it's less expensive, no doubt. And if you, in most cases, not all, but in most cases, it is. It isn't right for everybody. Make no mistake, you guys, there's folks out there that shouldn't lease. On the other hand, it fits a lot more people than sometimes people realize, because it depends on the car you're buying. Some cars aren't so good to lease. Because the lease payment just doesn't work out where it's advantageous. It just depends. Some cars are great to lease. So we can definitely cue you in on which cars work better with which. And Tech, give me a call at the office, 419-626-1061. We'll help her, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Absolutely. Edna will call, give us the info, and we can consult you on exactly which is the best way to get that car that you want so badly. But we're going to go to commercial, you guys, so don't go away. When we come back, more great stuff.
SanduskyCredit.com. Bad credit shouldn't stop you from getting a new car. Visit SanduskyCredit.com. And a 450 credit score plus $450 a week in income equals a brand new car with interest rates as low as 8.99%. Stop the buy here, pay here cycle. Let us help you build your credit. The pros at SanduskyCredit.com are credit experts. So fill out a credit app today at SanduskyCredit.com.
Hi, folks. Gene Capo here, BehindTheWheelRadio.com. We're back from commercial, living large and loving life here at Channel 20 Buckeye Cable. 7 days a week, you guys, 8 o'clock p.m. It's Jeanette and I rocking out the questions, rocking out the deals at the all-new Victory Honda, of which I own and operate. Corner of Hayes and Perkins Avenue, 2301 Hayes Ave to be exact, and Victory Pre-Owned, right?
Yeah.
4104 Milan Road between Pizza Hut and Red Lobster. We are rocking it out there too, you guys. And of course, VictorySandusky.com, our wonderful website, where all of our cars and the great pictures are posted, and Carfaxes, so you can see the vehicle history reports, Black Book icons, so you can value the car you're looking at or the one you're trading. It's a great place to start your shopping experience, and 15 knowledgeable salespeople just like Jeanette that can help you, be patient with you, teach you about the cars, and help you, best of all, pick out the car that's the best car for you. Your needs, what you use it for, how you drive it, and what you like to afford. Jeanette's expert at all of those things, and she can help you figure it out, so check her out as well, along with the rest of the crew. Again, the 16 HRV is out, you guys, so don't miss that. Stop into the all-new Victory Honda quick. 419-975-9205. Call in a question if you dare, because Jeanette and I would love to answer it. And we're going to do one. Who's next? Norris from Fremont is in?
Yes.
Pull the trigger, Jeanette. Let's hear it.
Okay. Hi, Gene. I hope you can help me. My younger brother got himself into financial trouble again.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. So he's trying to get a loan against his 2010 Ford Contour. The problem is the bank won't give us a loan because the car is originally a Canadian car. The VIN won't produce any book values because it was sold in Canada. Is there anything that can be done?
Norris from Fremont. Wow, that might be the best question we've ever fielded. That's pretty wild. Well, good thing, Norris, and good news. I have actually encountered that very situation before. What ends up happening is, just so you guys can realize, when a car is built in Canada, the VIN or vehicle identification number is uniquely Canadian. Okay. So when the bank goes to feed that number, or the insurance company goes to put that vehicle identification number in their system, it's going to come up as a Canadian car. Now with the insurance companies, that's generally not a big deal. But with the banks, they have to determine a loan value, and there'll be no loan value on that particular car because it's a Canadian vehicle. I noticed, did it say what kind of car it was?
Ford Contour.
See, in 2010, I don't believe Ford made a Contour in the United States, just in Canada. So that might be one where you could consult the Canadian publications, because they have them too. Like a lot of the banks use the NADA, or National Auto Dealers Association books, and some of them use the Black Book Auction Guide. Both of those publications, I believe, exist in Canada. So if you want to, Norris, just call me at the dealership, 419-626-1061. Give me the VIN number of your vehicle and the miles, and I can go into the Canadian website and produce a Canadian publication that your bank might realize and use. Or if not, I've got a bank that I know of that does these loans with the Canadian cars and has done them for me in the past. So all is not lost, Norris. Just contact me at the office. We can help you. It's kind of weird. I didn't realize before this happened to me a few years ago that there was such a differentiation between the Canadian cars and the cars built in the U.S. But being here in Ohio, we don't see it as much, but every once in a while we'll see a Canadian car that's come over. And even, I guess, if you buy a new car, they can't even warranty work the car here in the States. It has to go back to Canada. So, yeah, there's pretty strict guidelines on it, but great question, Norris. You're going in the drawing for a $100 gas card for sure. Hey. Again, you guys, 419-975-9205, calling a question, because if you do, what happens?
Free gas card if you win.
If you win, if you go in the drawing, if we draw your name, boom, you get the gas card. So it's going to be awesome. Did you see something? I'm telling you. Have we got any more questions, Jeanette?
We do.
We do? Let's get to the next one. Go.
Carrie from Huron. Hey, Gene, great show. I'm graduating.
Thanks, Carrie.
Yeah, thanks, Carrie. I'm graduating this year. I just turned 18, and I'm going to finally get my license. Congratulations.
Yay.
The problem is, it's $350 for the class to teach me to drive. I don't have the money and can't get a job without transportation. I'm stuck big time. Can you help?
Carrie from Huron. I bet I can. Well, funny you should mention it, Carrie, because I was a couple of weeks ago at Huron High School, and I was there for driving simulator day. And in doing so, we got to talk to the kids about the driving test. We got to talk to them about some driving schools in the area. There's a fine one in Huron, driving school. So you could check that one out potentially. But from what I understand it, when you're under 18, you have to take the driver's education class. And that one is about $350 for the one I researched in Huron. Not chump change, if you will. It's a pretty expensive item, although it's a very comprehensive class, and it's wonderful. When I was a kid, you didn't have to do that. The schools put it on, but nowadays it's all privately done. However, good news for you, Carrie. When you turn 18, it's my understanding is you don't have to take the class anymore. You could go take the 70-question written test, then take your driver's test. If you pass them both, you are golden, and you don't have to pay anything if you don't want to. However, you got to get some instructions somehow. No one learns to drive on their own. You're not born with the knowledge. Trust me, I wasn't. So what I would do is have an adult, someone that you trust, someone that you like, someone that you respect, someone that is a good teacher for you. Sometimes that's a parent, sometimes not. Find the best person that you're most comfortable with and do something for them so they can help you learn to drive. Go to a big parking lot that's empty, go to the mall in the super early morning when it's empty, go somewhere where there's lots of room and learn how that car handles. Go somewhere where you can afford to make a mistake or two where you don't hit anybody. There's a lot of great places where you can learn to drive. I will say this much, and I said this to the students when I spoke to them here in high school. Driving is a serious matter, you guys, and you adults all know that because we're out there every day. We take it for granted because we're so experienced, but the kids aren't, and they don't know any better, and they haven't had that experience yet. So you guys that are just getting your driver's licenses, please take it seriously. Everybody's out there. Everybody is out there. All the people they care about, their kids, your moms and dads care about you. Learn to drive and apply yourself. There's no way you want to get a B in this class. You want to make sure you get an A in driving because it can save your life over and over in other people's lives as well. So that's it for the soapbox on that, I guess.
It's a great message, though.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Learn to drive, you guys. Take it seriously. And if you need any more help, give me a call at the office, 419-626-1061. That goes for you, Carrie. Call up and we'll either get you a gift certificate to one of the driving schools or we'll get you hooked up with your test. And we'll find someone to help you learn to drive. We will do that for you, won't we, Jeanette?
Aw.
We're going to commercial. When we come back, more great stuff. Don't go away.
Bye.
SanduskyCredit.com. Bad credit shouldn't stop you from getting a new car. Visit SanduskyCredit.com. And a 450 credit score plus $450 a week in income equals a brand new car with interest rates as low as 8.99%. Stop the buy here, pay here cycle. Let us help you build your credit. The pros at SanduskyCredit.com are credit experts. So fill out a credit app today at SanduskyCredit.com.
Hi, folks. Gene Capo here, BehindTheWheelRadio.com. We're back from commercial, living large and loving life here at Channel 20 Buckeye Cable. It's Jeanette and I. We're rocking it out 7 days a week, 8 o'clock p.m., Channel 20, the Guide Channel. Oh my gosh, we're rocking out the cars too, you guys. VictorySandusky.com. There's our website. Check out all the cars there, 31 great pictures of each one. Check out both our locations, 2301 Hayes Avenue, Victory Sandusky, or 4104 Milan Road between Pizza Hut and Red Lobster right at the Sandusky Mall. Victory pre-owned cars. We're rocking out deals there too. And check out our salespeople, Jeanette being one. We have 15 very knowledgeable salespeople that will take their time with you, be patient, show you the products. It reminds me of the next question a bit. Questions, by the way, you guys, 419-975-9205. Call one in. We triple dog dare you. Because if you do, of course, you're going in the drawing for the $100 gas card. $100 gas card, Jeanette, that's still worth $100?
Oh, absolutely. Anytime, every day.
$100 of gas is worth a lot more than it was last year at this time. Can you believe that? Mm-hmm. We got one more question, I think, from Janice in Sandusky. Why don't you knock it out, Jeanette?
Okay.
Let's hear it.
My problem is I can't decide what car I want, and the salespeople I've spoken with are short, rude, pushy, and only want to show me the car that they need to sell. I just thought at first I was being indecisive, but then I realized it's the salesperson I was working with. He stressed me out so bad I wanted to cry, so I left, and the next place I stopped, nobody ever came out to help me. I'm frustrated, lost, and confused. What gives?
Janice from Sandusky, wow.
Yeah, it's too bad to hear that.
Well, what gives is the question, but I'm sorry to report, Janice, that your story, unfortunately, is not unique. sometimes as part of training, I've had salespeople that have visited other dealerships just to see how they operate, and oftentimes that's the case. The salespeople are either busy, they're not watching out for you, and if you wander under the lot and you don't say something to anybody, they're liable not to say anything to you. And it can be very frustrating, and then sometimes you get somebody, a salesperson that isn't properly trained. And if they're not properly trained, they do some stuff that's just crazy because they don't have anything else to show you. Like, let's say, for instance, in your case, Jeanette, because you sell cars, what would happen if you knew nothing about the product? What would you offer your customers?
What could I offer them if I didn't know anything, you know?
Well, it'd be pretty tough to sell cars.
Yeah.
And if you can imagine trying to you have to make a living selling something you know little or nothing about. It's pretty
Sure.
tough. And that's how those situations manifest themselves, where salespeople are so pushy, they're only willing to sell you something that the people they work with said, hey, you need to sell this. This car needs to go away, or this car's old, or this car's not selling very well, or whatever the case may be. And oftentimes the salespeople are pushy enough to show you those cars every time, as opposed to doing what we do, Jeanette, which is listen to your customer. Ask a few questions that make sense. For instance, find out about what the customer is driving now, as opposed to what they're looking for right away. Learn a little bit about how Janice uses the car. What she's driving now, how does she use it, how often, how many miles a year does she drive, that sort of thing. And then get into, okay, how is your current car equipped? And how would you like that to change, if in any way? Maybe you like the same car every time. I want my leather seats, I want my moonroof, or I like something a little more basic, or somewhere in between. Whatever that comfort level is for you, Janice, if you give us an opportunity, unlike the two experiences that you just described, Jeanette and I will help you figure out what those items are. So when you can't decide on a car, it's really not being indecisive. It's like you say, oftentimes it's just a matter of somebody that works there that knows what the inventory is, can show you exactly what you need to see, and explain to you even better how it's going to affect Janice. So that's kind of what we do, isn't it, Jeanette? We ask
Exactly
them
what we do.
how Janice uses a car, and tell her, hey, if this is what you like and this is how you use a car, this is the car that, based on what you told us, might work for you best. And more importantly, Jeanette's going to show you why, because she's going to teach you how the car works. She's going to show you stuff that you don't know when you get here about the cars and how they operate, what they can do for you, and quite honestly, that's her job. It's not to be pushy. It's not to show you cars that we want to sell. It's to find out what you're looking for, even if Janice doesn't know. Like you say, I don't know what kind of car I want. You don't have to know, Janice. Just give us a few minutes to chat with you, and we'll help you figure out if the car that you want, or one that's going to do the job for you satisfactorily and you're going to love it, is on our lot. Jeanette and I will help you find which car that is. And it's not always the case. Sometimes we don't have a car that fits a customer, right?
That's right.
It happens at times, but the most important thing is that the customer gets the right car. Because I'll tell you, I've been involved in situations where, and we've had it on the show, where people have bought cars and made mistakes, where they bought a car and now it's just not, it's not right for them. Their golf clubs don't fit in the back. Their kids are cramped. It doesn't have the equipment their last car had. It doesn't get the mileage that their last car had. Maybe it gets better mileage, but it's too small, and it's clear they didn't think things through thoroughly before they made that buying decision. And when you've got a salesperson that their only concern is making the sale, that can happen, because they're not going to help you. They're going to let you make a decision even if you don't know any better, and they do. And that's the part of being a salesperson where you got to draw the line as quality as to quantity. It's great if we sell you a car, but if we sell you a car and you make a mistake, you're probably not going to want to buy another one from us, and who can blame you? Who would want to make a mistake twice in a row, you know what I mean? But I tell you this, Janice, you can trust in only one thing. If you come and see Jeanette and I, or anyone here at the All New Victory Honda, they all know what to do. They all know how to sit down with you, how to spend some time with you, how to be patient with you, how to teach you how the cars work. So if we do have one you love, you're going to know it right away. So that's our commitment to Janice and Sandusky and anybody else that's looking for cars. We're going to work hard to make sure that we find out what you're looking for. If we've got it, we're going to definitely show it to you, no doubt about that. I know Jeanette backs me up on that one. Guys, great questions this week. 419-975-9205 with your questions. Please call them in, because if you do, we need them, don't we?
We do.
We'll research them. We'll look up the answers. We'll do the best we can to tell you what our experience has been. And in the end, if you want to call us at the office, 419-626-1061, we will work with you as an individual. I will, Jeanette will, or anyone else here at the All-New Victory Honda. So we're going to commercial. When we come back, more great stuff, so don't go away.
SanduskyCredit.com. Bad credit shouldn't stop you from getting a new car. Visit SanduskyCredit.com, and a 450 credit score plus $450 a week in income equals a brand new car with interest rates as low as 8.99%. Stop the buy here, pay here cycle. Let us help you build your credit. The pros at SanduskyCredit.com are credit experts. So fill out a credit app today at SanduskyCredit.com.
Hi, folks. Gene Capo here with Jeanette McGorry at BehindTheWheelRadio.com. We're back from commercial, living large and loving life here at Channel 20, Buckeye Cable, the Guide Channel. Every evening, you guys, 7 days a week, 8 o'clock p.m., rocking it out. Jeanette, we had a great show.
We always do, Gene.
419-975-9205 with your questions, you guys. We've had some doozies this week. Edna checked in. Edna is old-fashioned, wants to own her car, does not like high payments, however. Only drives about 8,000 miles a year. The poor girl is 85 years old. God bless her soul. And I'm telling you what, Edna, you might like a lease. I know you want to own your car, and you still can. The way you finance it, however, is entirely up to you. There's shorter-term loans out there that only buy part of the car instead of all of the car. You may want to consider one of those. Give me a call at the office, 419-626-1061. I'll be happy to work with you personally, Edna. Jeanette's very nice. We'll take our time with you and make sure that you make a good decision. Even if it's not to buy a car at all, we're okay with that too. Nora's from Fremont. I've got some brothers of my own, none in financial trouble, thank goodness, but I've got a lender that can help you with that Canadian car. Even though the VIN number's Canadian, and the bank that you talk to can't get a book value because of that, there are Canadian publications that I can help you get your hands on, and I know banks that can do that loan even on a Canadian car. So all hope is not lost. We can help your little brother in his financial trouble yet again. Carrie from Huron, congratulations on turning 18. Happy birthday to you. And like I say, if you want to take the class, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. $350 is a lot. I've got a $25 gift certificate for you, waiting for you. All you got to do is come up to the dealership and get it, and put that towards your $350 if and only if you want to take the class. However, if you're 18 or over, you do not have to take the class. You just have to practice up and be able to pass your written exam. I think it's 70 or 80 questions, and your driving exam as well. And trust me, guys, $350 is nothing against not knowing how to drive very well. So Carrie, I would encourage you and all the other kids, be a good student, apply yourselves, and become a good driver. Janice from Sandusky, I'm telling you what, short, rude, pushy salespeople are just no fun whatsoever. They can ruin your life.
They're the worst.
I'm telling you, but I'm telling you what, if you come see Jeanette or I or anybody here at the All-New Victory Honda, we will turn that train around for you. We're going to show you some cars that you like. We're going to find out what you're after, and when we do, we'll make sure that you get a good deal. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. We love you. Happy motoring, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
SanduskyCredit.com. Bad credit shouldn't stop you from getting a new car. Visit SanduskyCredit.com, and a 450 credit score plus $450 a week in income equals a brand new car with interest rates as low as 8.99%. Stop the buy here, pay here cycle. Let us help you build your credit. The pros at SanduskyCredit.com are credit experts. So fill out a credit app today at SanduskyCredit.com. SanduskyCredit.com. Bad credit shouldn't stop you from getting a new car. Visit SanduskyCredit.com, and a 450 credit score plus $450 a week in income equals a brand new car with interest rates as low as 8.99%. Stop the buy here, pay here cycle. Let us help you build your credit. The pros at SanduskyCredit.com are credit experts. So fill out a credit app today at SanduskyCredit.com.